Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my students. Today we will discuss the new topic about our natural resource in bahasa sumber daya alam. Okay, we got the natural resource from environment. So our natural resource, we got it from our environment. So first we will discuss about the environment. Environment is made up of living thing factor. Jadi environment itu tersusun atas faktor living things, or sometimes we said biotic factor, and then non-living thing factor, a biotic factor. So our environment is made up of living thing or biotic factor and non-living thing or abiotic factor. The living thing factor or biotic factor consists of plants, animals, fungi, and also microorganisms. And then the examples of non-living thing factors: air, water, light, soil, etc. Temperature can be non-living thing factor or abiotic factor. This is that made the environment. So look at this. Our environment give the natural research. Teacher said just now we got the natural research from the environment. So our environment give us a natural research. So what is the definitions of natural research? First we have to know the definitions or the meaning of natural research. Look at here, natural research is useful things that living things can get from the environment. Natural research are useful things that living things can get from the environment. So maybe this topic either discussed in the social lesson pelajaran IPS. Sumber daya alam adalah segala sesuatu yang ada di alam yang bermanfaat untuk memenuhi kebutuhan makhluk hidup or manusia, ya. Same in science too. So this is here, useful things, segala sesuatu yang bermanfaat that living things can get from the environment. We said this is sumber daya alam or natural research. Things that we get from the environment that is very useful. Same ya, useful things that we get from the environment. So segala sesuatu yang ada di alam that very useful, yang sangat bermanfaat, we say this is natural resource or sumber daya alam. Okay, for the next slide we will discuss the example of some natural resource. We will discuss the air and also water, soil or land, and then plants, animal, and then also fuel. Okay, for today we will discuss some natural resources: air, water, and soils. The first, air. Air. What is the functions of air? Of course, the air has so many functions. We have studied about the functions of air when third grade maybe. But when we talk about air, of course, the main functions of the air to breathe. To breathe. We need air to breathe. The living thing need air to breathe. What gas that we need to breathe? Oxygen. So the gas that we need to breathe in is the oxygen. We need air to breathe. We need oxygen to breathe. After that, the living thing, when they do respiration, they will breathe out carbon dioxide. After that, when we breathe out, we will give out carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide will be used by the plant to do photosynthesis. So this is cycle. The cycle of the air. Why the air never run out? Kenapa kok udara itu nggak pernah habis? Because they also do cycles. We take in oxygen. kita ngambil oksigen, and then we give out carbon dioxide, and then the plant take carbon dioxide when they do photosynthesis. After that, the plant will give out oxygen, and then the oxygen will be taken by the living thing to do respiration, untuk bernafas. Oh, the cycle never stop. So the air never run out. Jadi udara nggak akan habis. Ambil oksigen, keluarkan carbon dioxide, and then carbon dioxide-nya diambil by plant to do photosynthesis. After that, the plant produce out the oxygen and then taken again by living thing to do respiration. Begitu seterusnya. You can see here in the book 47, ya. Di halaman 47 itu ada that we need air to breathe, and then the plant also need air to do photosynthesis. How about the air in aquatic habitat? First, my question, is there air in aquatic habitat? Is there air? Adakah udara di air in aquatic habitat? What is your answer? Is there air in aquatic habitat? Yes or no? Of course, the answer is, of course, yes. If there is no air in aquatic habitat, so how could there are living things there? Kalau nggak ada udara, ya nggak ada makhluk hidup. If there are living things, so it means there is air. Kalau ada living thing, berarti ada udara. So in water, in aquatic habitat, there is air, but we say the air is dissolved air. Kita sebutnya udara yang terlarut. So the animals, look at here. The animals, the plants, they take dissolved oxygen when breathed in. So the different from us, from human, and also land animal, we take the oxygen from the air. But for water animal, for water plant, they take the dissolved oxygen, the dissolved air. Jadi yang diambil udara terlarut. So here, the animal take dissolved oxygen. The living thing take dissolved oxygen, and then they will breathe out the dissolved carbon dioxide. After that, the water plant, they will take the dissolved carbon dioxide to do photosynthesis. After that, they will breathe out the dissolved oxygen and then taken by the other living thing to do respiration. So it's same. The land living things, the living things that take the air from the land, that similar to the living things that take the air from water. The different only they take the dissolved air. Jadi yang diambil ini oksigen atau udara terlarut. Do you understand what is dissolved oxygen or dissolved carbon dioxide? Okay, I give you some the example, so maybe you will understand it. What is dissolved? Terlarut itu apa sih, teacher? Dissolved. Okay, look at the picture here. I have a spoon of sugars, gula. Have you ever put the sugars in water? What happened? Okay, I put it in water and then I stir. I call the first glass. Then I put sugars, 1 spoon sugars in water and then I stir, teacher aduk. Then I got B. Look at. So I put sugars in glass A and then I stir. Then I got B. When I ask you, in the glass B, is there sugar in water? The answer, yes or no? Of course, the answer yes. Where is the sugar? Mana? Gulanya mana? The answer is dissolved, larut. So, the sugar dissolved. There is sugars in water. Ada gula di air ini. But you cannot see where is dissolved, larut. Sama dengan oksigen just now. Is there oxygen in water? Yes. Where is dissolved, larut? So, This is that means dissolve. Dissolve itu ada, larut itu artinya ada, but you can't see this because it's mixed completely with the what we said, with the solution, dengan larutannya bercampur sempurna, completely mixed, ya. So we said this is solutions. Jadi bercampur secara sempurna, dissolve, larut. Is there sugars in water in glass B? Yes, where is the sugars dissolve in the water? Same with the oxygen. Is there oxygen in water? Yes, where is the oxygen dissolve in water? That is the meanings of dissolve. And then the next natural research that we will discuss just now, air. Now we talk about water. Of course, water will be so simple. We need water to drink, not only human, also animal, and then plant also. We need to water the plant. Plant also need water to do photosynthesis, yeah. And then the plant also absorb the mineral from the soil, and then they can take the mineral only that the mineral dissolve in water. Jadi mineral yang diambil tanaman dari bawah itu mineral yang larut di air. So the plant need water too. So all living things need water to drink, and then the plant need water to do photosynthesis, and then to absorb the mineral, and then also living thing need water for their habitat. So you can see here, for their habitat ada beberapa living thing that live in the water, tempat hidupnya water, and then the plant also need the water to do photosynthesis. So not only carbon dioxide, the plant also need water to do photosynthesis. This is water. And then the next natural research, this is the last natural research that we will discuss today, is soil or land in bahasa tanah. Okay. The first functions of soil for the plant growth. Soil anchor the root. Jadi tempat tumbuhnya tanaman, ya, soil anchor the root. Tempat root menempel is the soil. And then the second, for to give the shelter to the animals. To give the shelter, so it means also the habitat of some animals. You can see the earthworm, cacing tanah. Soil give the shelter to the animals such as the earthworm. Jadi the earthworm ini make burrow for shelters and obtain their food from the soil. Jadi the earthworm, they make burrow, membuat lubang-lubang for shelter, and then also to get their food from the soil. And then the next functions of soil, to obtain some building material from the ground. Jadi soil ini juga we got some building material from the soil. Kita dapat some building material from the soil. For example, clay, kita dapat tanah liat, we got sand. Kita dapat pasir, and then we got mud, kita dapat lumpur. And then we also get metals from the rock from the soil, such as iron, copper, and then also aluminum. These are the examples of metal that we got from the rock, from the soils. And then there is additional knowledge here. The pure metal that just now we got from the rock, jadi logam murni yang kita dapat dari bebatuan tadi, it usually mix with other metal or non-metal to get the stronger substance that we called alloy. Jadi pure metal yang kita dapat dari rock itu it usually mix, biasanya dicampur dulu dengan other metal to get the stronger substance that we call alloy or paduan. So when you hit paduan logam, kalau kalian dengar kata alloy atau paduan logam, what is that, teacher? This is the pure metal that we got from the rock mixed with other metal or non-metal, dicampur dengan logam lain to get the stronger substance. Okay, this is the example. Look at the roof and panels. Jadi atap itu adalah aluminium alloys. Paduan logam aluminium. So it's not the pure aluminium. Bukan aluminium murni, but this is alloy. It's the aluminium that mixed with other metal. And then to the body of the airplane too, ya. Jadi badan pesawat itu juga made of aluminium alloy. Jadi terbuat dari paduan logam aluminium. We know that aluminium have a good characteristic. It is light. Aluminium itu light, ringan. But it also have weakness. Dia punya kekurangan. It's not stronger. So it can be mixed with other metals such as steel, dicampur dengan baja, such as iron, dicampur dengan besi to get the stronger substance supaya lebih kuat. So it can be used to make the body of airplane. We cannot use the aluminium in pure dalam bentuk murni. So this is the example, the additional. You know the word alloy. It is alloy, the pure metal that mix with other metal or non-metal to get the stronger substance. Kita sebut paduan logam. Okay. That's all for today, my students. We will continue the next natural research, the plant, animal, and also the fuel next week. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.